Alright everyone, welcome to another video in our Multi Guide series. Today we're going to be talking about the Marasai. Yes, the Marasai. Sorry for peeking the mic, but this is one of my favorite suits in, actually, yeah, no, top two suits in the entirety of Zeta Gundam. So, I have a little bit of a fan, like, gasm reaction to the freaking Marasai coming out, and the fact that I rolled it, not only on my main, but on my alt twice. So, I've got a lot of plays on it already. Um, I've been batting up the 450 cost and the 500 and still doing well. So that kind of attests to how good this suit is. Um, Played it 21 times on this account. I played it 14 times on my alt, so I played it about 35 times. It's a space topography suit. It plays like a hybrid between the Axaku and the Goofish Donahue, the VD. You know, the 300 to 400 cost general type Goof with the giant bazooka. Yeah, that's a really awkward It's a really weird combo if you think about it, but that's how it plays. This is a really strong general. When played right, it's got some weird part distributions. Its enhancement list is also pretty good, with complex expansion being its second upgrade on the list. So you don't really need to upgrade it that much to utilize the complex expansion and great enhancement. So that's good. Um, Yeah, so let's take a look at this suit real quickly and just like admire the Marasai. This suit, man, I'm so happy. I was so happy I got it. Um, I'm actually happy it's out too because it was you know, it's basically marking that the Zeta era is gonna start hitting the really crazy portion soon. Transformable suits and such. So yeah, now we'll take a look at the Marasai. Let's get into the build. So, I don't have the Fedian rifle. The Fedian rifle, though, I do know what it gives you. So the Marasai beam rifle, we'll start with that. What I have, the Marasai beam rifle is a 1500 power, 6-shot E-Pack rifle. The time between each shot is about the same as it would take for the Yak Commander or the Zaku's beam rifle to normally shoot without overheating. So keep that in mind. So it's about 5 seconds, 6 seconds. But the reload time is about 20. So you don't want to just reload unless you're really critically low on ammo anyways. Let's keep that in mind. But the Fadian rifle is it's a long beam rifle with about, I want to say 1800, 2000 base damage. It can either charge, it can shoot normally, but it's a stop and shoot, or stop to charge. The charge time is really quick. You could charge it really quickly for a stagger, or you shoot for no stagger for less damage. The Fading Rifle also comes equipped with the Beam Bayonet, which gives you an animation set similar to the Gem Striker, and this Beam Bayonet acts as a secondary weapon. It does not replace your Beam Saber. So the combo for that would be you would shoot either heavy stagger, normal shoot, or charge stagger an opponent into a heat rod. Beam Bayonet, neutral downswing into boost back, switch to Beam Saber downswing combo. That's essentially what the Fading Rifle combo would be. I don't have it, can't show it off, so we're going to only be doing the Marasai Beam Rifle. But when I do get the Fadian Rifle, we will cover it on its own video. We'll come back for an update. Its only melee weapon is the Marasai Beam Saber, 2000 base damage Beam Saber. It's pretty good base damage, so not much else to say. It shares the Federation animation set, and it's a pretty fast animation. So, Head Mountain Vulcan's modified. 60 rounds, 70 power, 150 range. These will stun as long as you hit about 50 of them. So yes, it does take a lot, and it takes most of the ammo capacity, but the thing is they can stun, and they do a good amount of damage. The Sea Serpent, that's your heat rod. It has 1800 base power, and it's really, really fun to use. This is where the Marasai is different than, say, an Axaku. It's because this heat rod, the Sea Serpent, can be used offensively or defensively depending on how you want to play it. For my build, this is kind of what I've been running, and I've been getting the most success. Anti-melee armor level 3, because melee resist, you're going to be going in. It's also your lowest defense stat. We'll just run anti-melee armor level 3. Strength and frame levels 5 and 1, give you a little bit more health. Enhanced melee program is level 3 and 4, because, we're going to be going in and meleeing with our Beam Saber. Enhanced firing program level 1, had a slot left. Might as well throw into our, the rest of our damage. And new model frame level 1. More health. Nothing wrong with more health. So, our skills. Leg shock absorbers level 3. Quick boost level 3. Evasion control, emergency invasion system level 1. High performance bouncer level 1. Back level 1. Melee combo controller level 1. Right shoulder special cushioning. So, the Marasai has the Marasai shield on its right shoulder. The big, giant tower shield. Now, this skill right here works like special backbinder on the Yakushiki. Shots onto that shield are reduced in damage by 10%. It's a big chunk right there of just damage mitigated. That means if you're about this happened to me yesterday actually. I was at 3,280 HP, I think. I got shot by a full armor Gundam's main cannon. No, heavy Gundam's main cannon. Fully charged. And I survived it. Granted, I died, but the thing is, I survived the shot, which would normally done about like 3,800 damage to me, because I hit my shield and reduced damage. Force injector level 1. Fast. Now you don't have a lot of thrusters on the suit, so an alternative build, especially for ground, is to definitely siphon power out of melee into thrusters. But if you just want to play like an Axaku, go here, because this is very similar to my Axaku build. So it's kind of what I'm going with. But yeah, this is the Marasai. We're gonna go into the training range and we will hit up some combos. It's not a very well, I should say it's not a heavy combo-oriented suit. There's a couple things you can do and a couple situations we could talk about. But the Marasai with the Marasai beam rifle is not as like complex and complicated as say the Fedian rifle, which I can't wait to get. So see you guys over in the practice range. All right. So welcome to the practice range portion of today's video, and we're gonna be talking about my baby the Marasai. So, as you can see, your right shield obstructs a lot of vision. Something important on port base is vision. So, yes, get used to it. If all honestly, if you have proper game sense, it's not going to matter that much. So, there's two ways to play the Marasai. You either play it like the Axaku or you play it like the good VD. And what I mean by the good VD is you stun, heat rod, stun with a stagger, so like the beam rifle, heat rod, downswing, melee combo. Or you play like the Axaku, which is beam rifle, upswing, downswing. And that's it. Now, the thing is with the Sea Serpent, aka the heat rod, if you play like an Axaku, is it becomes a defensive weapon. You're able to use it, say, on a secondary opponent. Like, say if this Go Camera here is trying to, stop me from beating up on this grandpa, Sea Serpent him, get back down to business, boost back, and be like, hey bud, Sea Serpent again, get out of here, in that sense. The Marasai can 2v1 very effectively if you play it smart. It's not going to basically get handed a 2v1 because of your limited dodge roll capabilities, your low thrusters, especially on ground, and your E-Pack rifle taking such a long recharge rate between shots. But if you do play it very, very, very conservatively, a 2v1 is very, very feasible. And I pulled it off in 500 lobbies being 50 cost under. So, with that in mind, the Marasai does have a relatively high skill ceiling. Now I'm not saying the skill floor is high. The skill floor is as high as the Axaku's, or the Gufidi, which isn't very high. But what you can do with this suit is all up to your imagination of how to utilize your weaponry. Because you got the beam rifle with this loadout, you got the beam rifle, you got the heat rod, you got stunning Vulcans. Granted, they don't, stun very fast, but they stun. So, and you got a nice little beam saber with the Federation hitbox. So, with the Fedian rifle, as we talked about, the combo would be Either you shoot an uncharged shot or you quick charge a shot, which makes you stand still for a stagger, into the heat rod, downswing. Well, not downswing. You could either downswing or you could switch to your beam bayonet sub weapon, neutral swing, downswing, boost back, downswing with your beam saber. That's how that would work. The Marasai excels, guess what, as a Zeta era suit, killing raids. As you notice, most new suits from Zeta era only specialize doing their job, which is, you know, the rock paper scissors game. The Marasai though does excel in killing generals. But thing is, with the Axaku, with the Marasai rifle, almost the Axaku rifle, the heat rod, and with the Fadian rifle, the amplitude of melee weapons, raids really don't stand a chance. Because maneuver armor or not, you can wait for the maneuver armor to end. You beam rifle them. This is where you play like a good VD more. Heat rod, downswing, boost back, walk up, Federation downswing, call it a day. A raid is going to get shredded by the Marasai. The Marasai also doesn't really care if the support is trying to push them into melee range because of the Sea Serpent and being able to heavy stagger. So, in that regard, the Marasai, as long as it can maintain close range aggressiveness, can be a lethal threat to anyone on the field, no matter really the situation. 3v1ing a Marasai puts the Marasai on defensive for sure and will end up in the Marasai dying. The Marasai can, depending on the pilot, can 2v1 as we talked about earlier. The thing is, it's up to the pilot's imagination and their skill set and their willingness to utilize the heat rod not for an offensive engagement, but for a defensive engagement. But all in all, the Marasai is a really solid suit. It's really well-rounded. I wouldn't say it's overpowered in the slightest. It's just a good general. And in all honesty, for being 450 and 500 cost, and there's a little bit of argument around whether the Marasai is better than Hyzak. So here's the rundown on this. I have the Hyzak on my alt. Granted, my alt is low levels, doesn't have a lot of parts, but thing is, just from the stat sheets alone, the Marasai is not like the Axaku. It's not spec'd in base stats into melee. It's got good melee weapons, yes. It doesn't have, but you think you gotta pump melee parts into it for it to be a melee suit. It's a stagger suit. It's meant to hunt down raids and, you know, do and tank against generals. The Hyzak is meant to melee. It has a high melee stat. It's got really good melee weapons. It's got a lot of stun options, you know, via its main weapon. It's got grenades and so on and so forth. The Marasai, of course, is not going to be better in a melee fight than the Hyzak, but the Marasai offers more of a general's type impact in the battlefield than the Hyzak will. So, that's the to and from for between the two. The Hyzak's more for general combat. The Marasai is more for doing an Axaku role, which is hunting down and eliminating enemy raid units. So, therefore, that's the rest of my opinion on the matter. Both are good suits. Both are excellent doing their jobs. It's just they're not comparable due to the fact that they do different jobs. So please, respect that between the two suits. But all in all, this has been the Marasai's beam rifle tutorial video. Once I get the Fadian rifle, we will do another update video where we will talk about, you know, the loadout. We'll talk about, and we'll go into the practice center, do a video on that. It won't be as long as this one, mainly because that one's the Fadian rifle will be a touch-up video, an update as you will, and, you know, it won't be 10 minutes long like this one will be, or 15 minutes long, I should say. But yeah, threats to the Marasai. We're going to start with supports. Mudrock, of course. Mudrock just shreds everything. Mudrock is really good. At 450 cost. The Zoc, you cannot stagger the Zoc without your Sea Serpent. So, it's really scary. Hyzak Custom it's a skill matchup. If you can close the gap, you'll be fine. If you can't, have fun. Let's see. The Gelgoogs, no, not really. The heavy Gundam can be an issue. but it's just like the high-tech custom. Most of the supports outside the mud rock is just getting close, and you'll be fine. You heavy stagger them, knock them down, reset. You know, rinse, repeat. General types to watch out for. At 500 cost, Mark II definitely. You can fight them. It's a skill matchup. It's more of a skill matchup than saying fighting a Gabaldi. But, you know, the Gabaldi is also a skill matchup. It's an easier skill matchup though, due to the fact that it has an E-Pack rifle only as a hard stagger. I mean, not as a hard stagger, or fast, reliable stagger. It's got the shield rockets, which can break maneuver armor. You don't have maneuver armor, but it can stagger you. Those are a little bit harder to hit than say the burn line from the Mark II. The high mobility Gelgu at 500 cost, it got buffed. It will eat you alive with its raw speed and bazooka. In fact, some of those Gelgugs are just gonna eat you alive as the generals. The Hyzak F450, that's a skill matchup in of itself. Axlock you're even with. Most of the generals you just kind of run even. It's all skill, basically. Raids, things you gotta look out for. Ifrit Kai, Striker Custom. Striker Custom, the thing about it is its maneuver armor negates your beam rifle, which means you get to completely rely on your heat rod to actually stagger it if it's being an aggressor towards you. I can't count how many times a good Striker Custom player has shown me what's up in the Marasai as of recent. And another suit to really watch out for is the freaking. Alright. I know the build up is stressful, and you know, oh my god, what are they about to say? But I can't believe this. The Gian. Now the thing about the Gian, maneuver armor, of course, but the Gian will shred you. The Gian outpaces you. It really it wants you to stay close. And it's just gonna downswing you faster. Now, the Gian's still a joke, but you have to watch out for the Gian trying to end your career from your backside when you're fighting something else. So, it's not a very fun experience. With that in mind, yeah, that's your threats and weaknesses and your advantages of the Marasai. This is my favorite suit. One of my favorite suits from Zeta. Only surpassed by the Kaplant, which please soon, please. I didn't have to spend money for this banner. I'm lucky, but the Kaplant, oh my god, dude, that's gonna be a wild ride. But yeah, the Marasai. If there's anything I missed, any suits you want to see in the future, let me know down in the comment section below. If you like this video, make sure to smack that like button and hit that subscribe so when more suit videos and or map guides, like our arc-based video, you know, and our port-based day, like the map I'm playing right now, videos come out, they'll pop up in your little subscription box right there. You know, you get a little alert. Hey, look, Deranged Powers upload another video talking about their opinions on the suits in the game, you know, again. And yeah, keep yourself informed in that. And as always, peeking my mic once again. Sorry. As always, this has been Grandy Warrior, aka Deranged Pyro, signing off.